Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Chainlink's price chart and see what is going on in the short term. And if you remember the last time that we were on this chart, I think we were right around here. And the idea was that this is most likely, I'm gonna say probably a 90% chance, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, which can be like a very good sign. But at the same time, let's be a bit patient and careful because this 5 wave up might be into the C leg of this possible A, B, C flat. And we said, look, one way or the other, after completing a 5 wave, we are going to have a move on the downside. So, let's wait for that move and see what the shape of it is going to look like. And at that point, we can make better decisions. But we said, no matter what's going to happen, one way or the other, most likely in Chainlink, we are having in this whole phase a correction structure. And I still stand by most of the things that we said in the previous video. It's just, as you can see, sure, we did get a move down, but our move wasn't necessarily that deep. So what is going on in here? Now, here's the situation. I think our move up in Chainlink is going to continue a little bit more, and I'm going to tell you why. You see, let's be even pessimistic and call this whole pattern an A, B, C flat, which inside of our C leg, we must be able to find a 5 wave impulsive structure on the upside. Now, if you want to be optimistic, then okay, you have to be able to find on any chart from any market off of the lowest low a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This specific structure is called an impulsive movement. Rules for it are we should not have overlapping of the waves between our wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of 5 wave, wave 3 should not be the smallest wave. And in terms of the sub waves, this is actually the key part of today's update. Pay attention, please. We must be able to find 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. And for our corrections for wave 2 and 4, we can have different counts. Let's say show WXY into wave 2 and an ABC structure into wave 4. And pay attention, whenever you are having a relative deep, solid correction structure into wave 2, instead, for your wave 4, you are going to have a correction that is going to take some time, preferably longer than the length of our wave 2 timing was. Now, based on what we said, let's go in here and count some waves. And I still believe no problem at all. This is a 5 wave. Followed by that, you can have two different counts. One scenario suggests this is like a very sharp correction down in form of an ABC. However, I'm not necessarily a big fan of this thing, not because it's not an ABC. No, I think it is, but it actually comes down to this specific sharp move down right in here. And if I just go on maybe even 5-minute charts, by the way, in my own time, I rarely go on such lower time frames, so bear with me. I think this is kind of an important point, and it is mainly for the sake of educational purposes, so I'm thinking it's fine. You see, this is an extremely strong move down on 5 to 15-minute time frame, and I'm going to say if you, I don't know, maybe even go on like 1-minute time frame, this is now becoming really funny. But trust me, I do have a point to make in here. No, this actually happened over just a span of 1 minute. So I promise you, one way or the other, you are able to find a 5 wave down in here, and that ruins a lot of different counts, and it actually at the same time opens the door to the possibility of having an ABC flat, a running flat specifically, starting from here. I can tell you, look, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into A, correction for wave B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into C, and this is a 5 wave down. This is still, in my view, an ABC down. So on a higher degree, I think this is going to be a running flat. And what is going on right now? You see, you can consider many different counts, but you are probably going to end up with sort of kind of the same conclusion. Why is that? Let's actually check two very important counts that, in my view, can be potentially anybody's primary scenario. Scenario number 1 suggests that this is true about this point, wave 1, correction for 2, good move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. So from here to about this point, we completed a 5 wave. This is a running flat. This is yet another 5 wave on the upside and on a higher degree. Again, if you want to be a bit pessimistic, in Chainlink, you can argue we are having a 5 wave up, but wait a minute. This can be a 1, 2, and then wave 3. Okay, where is wave 4 and 5? The answer is most likely we don't have it yet. So I want to tell you, in Chainlink, our move up is going to continue a little bit more. Can we have other counts? Absolutely. In one scenario, you can say, well, okay, maybe I'm absolutely wrong, and this isn't an ABC running flat. instead, let's say, well, okay, this is an ABC, and from this point we are having a wave 1 followed by a running flat, this time starting from here to about this point into wave 2, good move up into wave 3, and again this is wave 4 and 5, and on a higher degree even, this is going to be actually a bit more of an optimistic scenario, suggesting this is 1, this is 2, and we haven't even completed the subwaves for a good wave 3 and 4 and 5, meaning relative to the previous count, we should probably in this case argue that our move up is going to continue quite a bit more. So as you can see, in Chainlink, seems like that this move wants to continue. So let's go with this count as long as I'm not proven otherwise. And please, 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 please expect after this 5 wave up is over, some sort of a move down. And I want to be very clear, even if we are bullish, going down in the short term, it's just going to be part of that process. Okay, there's simply nothing to be worried about, as long as in the coming move down, let's say in the next few weeks, we are going to be able to identify the right subwave. So one way or the other, in like very short term, let's say in the next week or two, we are looking bullish, and odds are this move is going to continue. But then I still stand by what I said, we should be patient and wait for a move down, and when we get it, we are going to talk about it and see what is happening. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Chainlink. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.